So you want to learn how to make a knife. Easiest way that you can start is doing something called stock removal, and I'm going to show you how to do that. These are 9 different blade designs that I have done myself. I'm going to choose one of them today and show you the whole process on how to make them. My child said I should do this one, so this is the one we're going to do first. I'm going to cut this out, put it on a piece of steel and spray paint around it so we get a really good pattern, and then start the process. So we got our pattern magneted on. We're going to spray paint around that, and then use an angle grinder to cut roughly the outline. You can also cut the outline with a handheld like a hacksaw, if you're really patient with a Dremel and a cutting wheel. Really any way to shape the steel that you can find to cut that, do it. And there we go, that's nice and dry now, so we can get the angle grinder and cut that bad boy out. So here I'm going to take my angle grinder with a diamond coated cutting disc and just really rough cut out the shape of this blade. I'm doing my best not to heat up the steel so that I can keep it cool and not have to reheat treat it later on. That's one of the benefits of using one of these pieces of steel that's already heat treated. Now we're going to kick on the 2x72 grinder and really get after that profile. You'll notice that I take it off of the belt a couple times, and what I'm doing there is dipping it in water to keep it cool. Again, this is so that I don't ruin the heat treat and the temper on it. This way I don't have to do that process later, and it just makes everything go a little bit quicker. Here I'm cleaning up the sides so that it's nice and shiny. Then really going after that. I decided that I didn't like the finger grip as much as I did, and later I actually take that almost all the way gone in the final product. Okay, we got that blank real good looking. I'm debating on whether I want to do the edge first or the handles. I think I'll do the edge. I'm going to cheat and use this bad boy. This is the Master Package 2x72 grinder by Ameribraid. If you have the budget for it and you do knife making, get it. Otherwise, you're probably going to want to do this bit with a smaller belt grinder or a file. File works great. Strap it to a table, start filing away. This sharpening jig attachment is probably the best attachment that I have for this grinder. I use it literally every day. You start off with a pretty heavy grit and you grind your initial bevel, and then you'll step it up later to get a finer and finer edge. Here I'm using about a 36 grit belt, just going back and forth as many times as it takes to bring both sides down to a nice clean edge. And once I'm satisfied with where the edge is, I will swap to a higher belt. This one is 320 grit. This does a lot of polishing and taking away the scratch marks from the previous belt. And then once I'm satisfied with that finish, I really step it up to a 1200 grit belt. Technically, I could do a bunch of grits in between, but with something like this that I'm not really intending it to be the nicest in the world, I feel like it's overkill almost. And now we take a piece of leather and strop the heck out of that edge. And now I found a piece of walnut that I think I'm going to make into the handle scales of this blade. So we're going to drill our holes for our pins later. You'll see here that I think I'm using an old bit. It's having a lot of trouble making it through the steel. This is a cobalt bit, so it should be punching through like no problem. But I found a newer one, got my first hole, but it got stuck, so I had to go back and try again. This one gave me a lot more trouble, so I actually had to go from the other side and punch through. And now I'm drilling the pinholes through my handle scales as well. Next step here, we'll be putting glue on and pinning the scales to the knife. I'd show you that process, but the camera didn't work for some reason, so here it is pinned up. Now what I'm going to do is go to the grinder and slice those off and start to shape the handle. By the way, a brass pin, when you are grinding on it, gets incredibly hot. Do not touch it from the other side. But once I get the brass pins done, I can lay it flat, and I know my big fat hand is in the way, but basically all I'm doing is bringing the wood down to the profile of the steel. Now I'll go up to the slack of the belt and really start going after the shaping. I'm being really gentle here because I don't want to take too much off. I do have the blade wrapped in cardboard and tape so I don't cut myself. And I've stepped it up again to the 320 grit to get a nice finer finish on there. And said, you know what? Let's do some hand sanding and make it real smooth. Oh, baby. Look at that. It's gorgeous. I love the way it buffed when I hit it with some black compound. It's just pretty. I'm pleased with it. Well, this thing is freaking sharp. I've been playing with it. You know, this is just like a little practice thing. If you want to get started doing knives, this is really a good way to do it without dumping a ton of money into equipment or a ton of money into like the supplies as well. So if you want to do this, follow along. I'll be doing a whole series making all of the knives you saw at the beginning, and I'll probably try some different varieties of like styles of making them. I don't know. Some of them will be thicker stock. Some of them I'll try and forge out. Some of them I'll probably try and do with only hand tools. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Thanks for watching, though. Hope to see you again next time.